Look, I'm really trying my best not to ruin the vibes at the start of the video, but being a Hunter x Hunter fan is hard, man. No news, no new chapters in 2 years. Honestly, I've accepted this series is never gonna end, man. Togashi posted on Twitter and is saying that chapter 401 is completed? No way! Hold on, let's calm down, let's not get too excited. But if what I'm hearing is true, sounds like we're gonna get a new chapter soon. Thank you, God, for listening to my prayers. Now the only thing that's left to do is be patient, wait, and I'm sure in the next few months we're finally gonna get a new chapter. Let's go! I know I'm speaking for every single one of us when I say that being a Hunter x Hunter fan fucking sucks! Hunter x Hunter, one of the very few shonen anime that I would put in the masterpiece category. This show got me feeling like my name is Dwayne Johnson, the way it gets me hard like a rock. Not only the show is an absolute fucking banger, but it's also refreshing to see a shonen anime where the MC's goal isn't just to save the world and become the strongest in the universe. Instead, Gon is like, man, fuck all that, I'm just trying to find my dad.
It's been a year, Daddy. I really miss you.
He's just tired of eating dry-ass freaking Cocoa Pops for the last 13 years. And just like Gonnie's over here wondering where the fuck his daddy is, we're also over here wondering, where the fuck is Hunter x Hunter? Like, where the fuck is it, man? I need it, bro. Sorry, guys, I'm really trying my best not to get emotional, but it is hard, man. It is hard. Hiatuses, broken promises, constant disappointments. If there's one thing that's worse than being a Ferrari Formula 1 fan,
and doesn't that look absolutely epic, that Ferrari?
Or being a Dallas Cowboys supporter,
all they will need is a field goal to win the game. 19-yard field goal attempt. Oh, it is fumbled!
is being a freaking Hunter x Hunter fan. When you meet us in public, we might look happy, but behind that happy face mask, there's the face of a man wanting to jump on a train track.
I'm tired of suffering. I'm tired of suffering.
Thomas, just do me a favor and take the pain away. For real though, being a Hunter x Hunter fan freaking sucks, bro. We're talking about a series that came out all the way back in 1998 and is still ongoing to this day. But it's not like One Piece where it's been constantly dropping new chapters and it only lasted so long cause Oda has a long story to tell. With Hunter x Hunter, it's just cause it never fucking releases. See, Hunter x Hunter was never the type of series to release weekly. Even in its prime, it only released a chapter about every week and a half, which is not ideal, but could honestly be worse. But just like the Detroit Pistons, after the year 2005, everything went down the fucking hill. The author of the series, Togashi, really said, since that year, this series has been having hiatus after hiatus after hiatus. 4 chapters in 2006, 8 chapters in 2007, then oh, it just picks up a bit in 2009 with 20 chapters. Just to go down to only freaking 2 in the next year. You know this shit is bad when this manga averages as many chapters a year as your typical anime fan does in inches.
Oh my god, this is the tiniest little wiener I've ever seen.
And the constant hiatuses still continue 20 years later to this day. Matter of fact, right now, we're in its darkest era. From the start of the year 2019 to now June 2024, only 10 freaking chapters have been released. And mind you, we're talking about what is meant to be a weekly publication over here. So yes, that means that out of 257 chapters that we should have gotten in that time frame, we only got fucking 10! 10! Literally as many chapters as the amount of hair follicles on top of my head. Michael Jordan. Bro, I genuinely can't believe that we live in a world where freaking Rent-A-Girlfriend has had pretty much the same amount of chapters in the last 7 years than Hunter x Hunter in the last 24 fucking years.
You gotta be fucking lying. Well, hell no, God, hell no.
Somebody bitch me and tell me this is a nightmare. Please! And what's even worse, not only after the year 2005 we barely got any new chapters, but the few times that we did, this is what we got.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
shit.
Bro, in the years this series was on hiatus, did Togashi develop freaking Parkinson's or something? That shit looks like it was drawn by somebody while they were suffering from a goddamn stroke. Well, that for whatever reason he got tired of drawing using his hands and decided to instead use his fucking ass cheeks to hold the pen. Bro, I'm not even exaggerating. Go read any of the chapters from the end of the Greed Island arc all the way to the end of the Chimera Ant arc and come back and tell me I'm lying. Matter of fact, you wouldn't even be able to do that in the first place, cause just like Togashi when he drew those chapters, you would end up suffering a goddamn stroke trying to decipher that shit. Man, I remember the first time I ever read the conclusion of the Greed Island arc. I was like, did I press on the wrong website? Am I getting trolled? Cause what the heck does Killua look like is fucking high? I mean, just look at the face, bro. Bro, even the crowd. You're telling me those are supposed to be people? This is equal to this?
Hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Y'all kids that have only seen the 2011 anime don't realize how good y'all had it. Cause us manga readers, we had it rough. Think about your favorite fight from the anime or any of the most important moments from the show. Chances are that same scene in the manga looks like a bunch of freaking scribbles.
What the hell is even that?
For example, Pito versus Gon. One of the most exciting moments for the whole series, and I would dare even say in anime history. This is what it looked like in the manga. And I do not want to hear any of the mouth-breathing fat cultists in the comments talking about the art in Hunter x Hunter is fine, when this is what chapter 252 looks like. Y'all seen that shit? I legit seen better drawings out of goddamn kindergarten art class. Bro, you cannot convince me that this wasn't drawn by the same person that drew Drake's last album cover. Look, if after seeing that shit you still have the guts to tell me that the art is fine, you might as well go to your local tattoo shop and ask them to tattoo this on your neck. Cause for the amount of deep freaking throwing that you guys are doing, your throw must be fucking limitless. And what's even more sad is knowing that this guy is actually a great artist. Like when he feels like it, this guy can draw some absolutely breathtaking panels. But unfortunately, the keyword over here is when he feels like it, and unfortunately, that's pretty much never. And like even when the art is okay, you got chapters with plenty of pages full of blank backgrounds and with characters speaking, but with the only caveat being of them not actually being drawn. John Cena in Hunter x Hunter confirmed? That'd be sick. And in the more extreme cases, you legit have chapters looking the same way NBA and NFL players like their girlfriends. White! Literal straight up empty panels. No characters, no speech, just a big box of white. Usually when it comes to these kind of situations, I try to be like Magic Johnson and be positive. But when it comes to the state of Hunter x Hunter, I'll be honest, man.
It's not looking good, bruv.
There's a higher chance of Saitama waking up with dreadlocks on top of his head than this series ever seen an end. But why do I say this? Well, it's because the author of this series is Togashi, and this man does not give a fuck. And before y'all come here and say, oh, how can you be so insensitive, Alec Yoon? It's because of his health. Hey, bro, don't shoot the messenger. He's the one that said it himself. This man pissed signed out of being a manga artist, as it can be seen in his previous work, Yu Yu Hakusho, aka also another one of my favorite series of all time. In the second to last arc of the series known as the Black Chapter, you could also see the arc suddenly becoming absolute dog shit. And in the last arc of the series, which was meant to be a massive tournament, all of the strongest fighters in the underworld, with everything on the line, only ended up lasting 21 freaking chapters, with pretty much every fight being skipped. Even the final fight of the series between the protagonist and the final villain, a fight that would have easily gone down in shonen anime history. Just as the fight is on the verge of starting, the arc just ends? What the fuck is going on over here? We don't get to see a single second of the action besides a quick back and forth which was extended in the anime. All we get is Yusuke in the next chapter pretty much saying, oh, what happened in the tournament? I ended up losing.
I think this nigga is really retarded.
Bro, what the fuck? One of the best series of all time and it ends like this?
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
Man, if I was a fan of the series when it was still ongoing back in the day, and this is how I saw it end, y'all would've seen me pull up to the Shonen Jump HQ with a freaking AR-15 in hand. And what makes it even worse is that these motherfuckers want us to believe that this garbage is actually meant to be a happy ending. Just look at the way these dudes are smiling. Man, fuck that shit. I legit had way more of a happy ending at the local Thai massage parlor. But hey, at least in the notes of the last chapter, Togashi gave us an explanation of what actually happened. Those being his health deteriorating, as drawing a manga weekly meant no social life or quality sleep for him. And also that he simply lost interest in drawing manga and wanted to pursue his hobbies instead. See, reading this tells me that he probably found reborn passion for drawing manga after he started Hunter x Hunter a few years after Yu Yu Hakusho, and then probably lost his passion again, just like he did in the past. And look, I definitely empathize with the health aspect, but no wonder this dude's health deteriorated when he draws every freaking chapter by himself. Yes, unlike 100% of other professional mangakas, Togashi draws every single chapter of Hunter x Hunter all by himself. Cause according to him, he likes to be a perfectionist.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
Bro, you're not Koreanic and you don't do trick shots on YouTube for a living. Somebody please remind this guy that his name is neither Mr. or Dude Perfect. I'm pretty sure I'm speaking for all Hunter x Hunter fans when I say that at this point, we do not care if he only writes the story and lets somebody else draw the manga. Fuck, I'd be even down for him to turn the whole series into a light novel if it meant we get to see an ending. And let's say that this dude is such a perfectionist that he really needs the art to be perfect. Again, bro, this guy's literally married to the creator of Sailor Moon. I'm sure she would do a great job in helping him draw the manga. But unfortunately, he's way too stubborn and prideful to let somebody else help him draw the series. Also, his non-existent lifestyle hygiene and addiction to playing video games clearly doesn't help. I mean, just look at this picture. What the hell, bro? How can a grown man live like this? This image shows us that when he said that he wanted to focus on his hobbies, he meant not showering and playing video games for days on end. You know what? I think I get it now. I finally understand why this dude does not feel like being a manga artist anymore. Cause looking at that picture, I can tell that this dude ain't a mangaka artist at heart. He's a fucking Discord mod.
Cleaning my room as a Roblox streamer.
And even with all the pain and suffering we've been dealing with because of this situation, the few chapters that have been released in the last 10 years have actually had great story and beautiful art. Well, beautiful in places at least. Cause when this guy cannot be bothered to draw, he just starts writing a bunch of freaking dialogue. Like, tell me this shit don't look like a fucking novel. But regardless of that, even with those chapters being so good, you can honestly only do so much when there's only a couple of them every few years. Also, the introduction in those chapters of what is meant to be the longest arc in the whole series in the Dark Continent arc, which by the way, has not even started, pretty much put the final nail in the coffin. Honestly, bro, we're fucked. At the rate it's going, Hunter x Hunter is never gonna see an end before eventually Togashi passes away. I know it's sad and I know it's depressing, but as fans, we just need to accept that Togashi cannot be bothered to be a mangaka anymore, and that he would rather rot away in his room playing Dragon Quest 24/7. But hey, on the bright side, Sword Art Online is still ongoing.